Hey, what's up everyone? I made a previous video about this, but it was too long, in my opinion. I went on too long on it, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of the email links here from Wiki-Leaks. I actually remember when they first released, but now I cannot seem to find those files, those pages, even the files that I had. I don't know what happened, but I actually saved them. I saved about this and the creepy PEDO type of styles of emails between herself and between Podesta. But I did want to get straight into the whole fact about the aliens, UFOs things where Hillary Clinton involved herself with the Vatican and saying that the Vatican is well aware of those files. Now let me look through here part of the John Podesta emails between herself and him. Let's see, it starts out and says, "Dear John, because the war in space race is heating up, I felt that you should be aware of several factors as you and I schedule our Skype talk." Now this is around the time when she was skyrocketing out trying to become president again, and she was actually looking into having Bill Gates as either her vice president or one of her close individuals. And Gates is also very, very close politically to the previous administration and herself. But you can look that stuff up. You can find it on various sources. Let me show you a little something to be just to prove here. Okay, here it is. It is proof. GeekWire, Vice President Gates, WikiLeaks emails. The WikiLeaks that released showed that Bill and Melinda were on Hillary's list to be close ties with her during her presidency if she were president. Bill and Melinda Gates were apparently under consideration for Hillary's vice president nominee. She would either, how would you have two vice presidents? I don't know, but apparently Bill or Melinda, I would say, they were going to make them the vice president. He was supporting Clinton. He's the head, as you know, of the microchipping industry, the Microsoft Corporation. He's the head right now for the vaccination mess, all of the vaccination things. And now vaccinations are one thing, but invasive technology that infringes upon your civil and personal liberties is an entire other ball game. That's a whole other scenario when you start implementing a technology that is invasive to every individual's civil and personal liberties under the United States Constitution. That's a whole other scenario. Had this administration not taken place, it would have gone a lot further, and probably will again anyway, but she was looking to him as vice president. You can see right there from Wired.com as well. But let me go on to read some of these emails. I just didn't feel like I went deeply enough into that in the previous videos. So she said to Podesta, John Podesta, she said, "Dear John, remember our non-violent ETI or extraterrestrial intelligence from the contiguous universe." Now, contiguous means bordering or alternate universe. Basically what she meant was that our friendly, non-violent extraterrestrial intelligence beings from the border of our universe, basically the next universe over, are helping us bring 0-point energy to Earth. So what more did she know about these things? That's the question. And here's the place, clapaway.com. Clapaway.com, you can find this information. And these are screenshots. Email from Podesta. Space treaty. They wanted to make a space treaty, and they were really working on that during the previous administration. And for some reason, the Democratic side does seem to really be pushing that particular agenda. And they stated, I've heard people actually state it in person, and they stated that if it weren't for this administration, we would already be in the NWO. They held back the NWO. But she's worked closely with the Pope. She's been in talk with the Vatican and their space program, and the Vatican's knowledge and contact with extraterrestrials, or these ETIs, intelligence, interdimensional beings from the bordering universe of ours. Think about all of that information. That's what was going on, and these are the emails, proofs in the pudding. I believe I did a Bill Cosby reference there. The proof is in plain sight here, the email. So for those that were asking for evidence, here's the evidence, and you can find it on clapaway.com. WikiLeaks, these are the official WikiLeaks from her emails in her private servers, 35,000 of which she kept hidden secret in her private servers, which would have been illegal for anyone else. Secondly, most everyone else would have been accused of obstruction of justice and Congress for investigating in her and her deleting those emails, which did get backed up to Wiki-Leaks, thankfully, so we can actually see them. But anyone else, if we were to remove, think about this, if you and I were to remove 35,000 emails that could be used as evidence on us during an investigation, you would immediately be accused of obstruction of justice and obstruction of Congress during an investigation being played out into you. It's the very definition of obstruction. Removing something that can be used as evidence on you during a time of investigation. That's the very definition of obstruction, which was being done during that time. But this is not a political video. This is an evidence video. And they seem to be talking quite a bit about the UFOs lately. Let me lead into that here in a moment. Now, Pentagon is officially releasing the UFO videos, and I'll get into that in a separate video. Why now? Why have the congressional leadership on the Democratic side suddenly get together and impose an investigation into all of these UFO sightings and taking them seriously suddenly? At the same time as you see the information releasing about their works with these beings, and then you see things they do not understand, our military, our Air Force, our Pentagon, our naval bases, national security guards, national security, the agencies, the FBI, CIA, and all these groups say, hey, we want answers now. Why now? Sounds political to me, but you can see here. Now, first of all, I don't even read CNN's news. I don't even watch CNN. I have lost. Elon Musk went on there and said, "Why? How is anyone even watching you?" He went on there, pulled the old switcheroo on them, and said, "Why is anyone even watching you? You're so undependable and untruthful." Elon Musk himself came on there and said those very words to CNN. But now CNN's reporting on the UFOs. They were the first to report on it. So, sadly, that right there leads me to believe there's some kind of an agenda behind it. But the Pentagon now released the videos for the record, saying these things can stop and go and move on the dimes. Boom. But they said, New York Times said, just don't hold your breath for a breakthrough. So, give me your thoughts on what you think is going on right now. Do you think it leads into this whole thing? Do you think it leads into this agenda? Forwards their political agenda, political game? I think it does, but just gonna tell everyone I love you, and wanted to bring this information and deeper into the emails between herself and John Podesta, so which was big during the Clinton administration as well. And see, she was going to have big time ties with both Bill Gates, which is ahead of now the vaccination industry, microchipping industry, the technology. People started talking about 3/6s in there. Yes, there are. This is interesting. The microchip that Bill Gates, not microchip, but the quantum dot tattoo that they said to get on right now, does have a code that includes 6060601T. And they said, but no, it's not 666. But if you ask me, 6060601T sounds very similar regardless. I mean, it's like trying to do it without doing it, really. But, you know how things are. Let me show you, as a matter of fact. Well, that's been removed from the internet. I cannot find it now. But it was 606060T1 was were the last several digits of that code in that particular tracker that they wanted to put in order to help track the coronavirus and the vaccines. But I can't find that now. It was on the on several news sources. But anyway, you have the emails with the Vatican, emails with Hillary and Podesta, and regarding what the Vatican knows about UFOs and extraterrestrials, the beings that I believe to be the dark ones, though, that they're working with, and the beings from the contiguous universe, or the universe bordering ours, bringing zero-point energy. But they said those beings do not want any weapons. They said, don't have any weapons in space or on Earth. Show no signs of violence when they arrive, or they won't even work with us. That's what Hillary said. And Then it goes on to the creepy emails about those young children and said they will be in that pool, so you'll have further entertainment. That's creepy as heck. I showed that in a previous video. It didn't go anywhere. Thirdly, you have how she was going to use Gates as the VP, and it was all set in place. And they're still trying it like crazy, but just wanted to give more details. I said I wouldn't go on as long, but I did, didn't I? You have the NWO, her emails about the ETs, her emails about the bordering universe, alternate realities coming through, bringing us 0-point energy. Gates, you have all of this UFO stuff and everything in one video. So, peace, signing out. Decided to cover many topics. Give me your thoughts. My links are below. Signing out.